of chapter 21. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudire. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Tamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtagi. Mugam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Nangayadegiri Yat Kurvatamaham Vande Paramanandamadavam Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyamesharam Omajnanad Vedandasya Jnananjana Shalagya Chachurum Medidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanyamanobrishtam Stapidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagatamahim Dadandi Supadandiyam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udapadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Sahana Devanadanyadam Dam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijansakadam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahana Lilada Sri Vishakanyadamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Deshadarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Hare Krishna. Once more, welcome all devotees for our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Thank you for joining. Hare Krishna. So today is a holiday in Kuwait. So we are lucky to have Shivada Krishna Das Prabhuji. We welcome Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you Prabhuji for joining. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for giving the opportunity.
So we will start reading from verse number 15 onwards. So I will start with verse number 15. Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, then. Prabhuji, sound a little less, maybe my problem or...
Yeah. I will once we will pick up. No
problem. My sound is a little less.
Yeah. Now, I am able to hear you clearly, Prabhu.
Okay.
Very clear. Your voice is very clear.
Clear, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Slow, verse number 15. Yathanidhastu Shatrim Shallakshayojana Yadastadaturiya Bhaga Vishalastavan Rivi Rathayugo Yatra Hayas Chando Namanaha Saptaruna Yojida Vahandi Devamadityam Yadhanidhastu Shatrim Shallakshayojana Yadastadaturiya Bhaga Vishalastavan Rivi Rathayugo Yatra Hayas Chando Namanaha Saptaruna Yojida Vahandi Devamadityam. Hare Krishna. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhejaranadavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. My dear King, the carriage of the sun god's chariot is estimated to be 3,600,000 yojanas, that is 28,800,000 miles long, and 1/4 of wide, that is 900,000 yojanas or 7,200,000 miles. The chariot's horses, which are named after Gayatri and other Vedic meters, are harnessed by Aruna Deva to a yoke that is also 900,000 yojanas wide. This chariot continuously carries the sun god. Hare Krishna, translation once more. My dear king, the carriage of the sun god's chariot is estimated to be 3,600,000 yojanas, that is 28,800,000 miles long, and one-fourth of wide, that is 900,000 yojanas or 7,200,000 miles. The chariot's horses, which are named after Gayatri and other Vedic meters, are harnessed by Aruna Deva to a yoke that is also 900,000 yojanas wide. This chariot continuously carries the sun god. Purport. In the Vishnu Purana, it is stated Gayatri cha brihadi ushning jagadi trishtup eva cha anushtup panktir idi uktas chandamshi harayo reve. The 7 horses yoked to the sun god's chariot are named Gayatri, Brihadi, Ushnika, Jagadi, Trishtub, Anushtup, and Pankti. These names of various Vedic meters designate the 7 horses that carry the sun god's chariot. Hare Krishna. Small purport.
Hare Krishna, bro. What we will do, we will complete all this. There are only up to 19 small purports. So we will complete everything together and then we will discuss, Prabhu. Half an hour we'll discuss. So
Okay.
there continuously we can discuss. So we will complete today, Prabhu, this chapter 21. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 verses more. Some don't have purport. So we will complete everything and then together we will see.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
So one more I will read. So 5:21:16. Verse number 16.
Can I read?
Yes, Mother.
Hare Krishna. Purastad savidur arunaha paschatcha niyuktaha saute karmani kilaste. Purastad savidur arunaha paschatcha niyuktaha saute karmani kilaste. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Although Aruna Deva sits in front of the sun god and is engaged in driving the chariot and controlling the horses, he looks backward towards the sun god. Translation once more. Although Aruna Deva sits in front of the sun god and is engaged in driving the chariot and controlling the horses, he looks backward towards the sun god. Purport. In the Vayu Purana, the position of the horse is described. Saptasva Rupa Ajantamasi Vahante Vamado Rebim Chakra Bhaksha Nibadani Chakra Bhaksha Samahitaha. Although Aruna Deva is in the front seat controlling the horses, he looks back towards the sun god from his left side. Hare Krishna and thank you all.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, verse number 17. Somebody can read.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother.
Tata vali kiya rushayo gasta parva matraha षष्टिसहस्राणि पुरतः सूर्यं सूक्तवाकाय नियुक्ताः संस्तुवन्ति तथा वालिकिल्या ऋषयो ज्येष्ठपर्वमात्राः षष्टिसहस्राणि पुरतः सूर्यं सूक्तवाकाय नियुक्ताः संस्तुवन्ति. Translation. There are 60,000 saintly persons named Valikilyas, each the size of the thumb, who are located in front of the sun god and who offer him eloquent prayers of glorification. Translation once again. There are 60,000 saintly persons named Valikilyas, each the size of a thumb, who are located in front of the sun god and who offer him eloquent prayers of glorification. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Madam. Verse number 18. Somebody reading or I will read? Hare Krishna. Verse number 18. तथान्ये च ऋषयो गन्धर्वाप्सरसो नागाग्रामण्यो तानुधाना देवा इत्येकैकशो गणाः सप्त चतुर्दशमासि मासि भगवन्तं सूर्यमात्मानं नानानामानं पृथङ् नानानामानः पृथक् कर्मभिर्द्वन्द्वश उपासते तथान्ये च ऋषयो गन्धर्वाप्सरसो नागाग्रामण्यो यादुदाना देवा इत्येकैकशो गणाः सप्त चतुर्दशमासि मासि भगवन्तं सूर्यमात्मानं नानानामानं पृथङ् नानानामानः पृथक् कर्मभिर्द्वन्द्वश उपासते. Hare Krishna. Translation purported by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Similarly, 14 other saints, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nagas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and demigods, who are divided into groups of two, assume different names every month and continuously perform different ritualistic ceremonies to worship the Supreme Lord as the most powerful demigod Surya Deva, who holds many names. Translation once more. Similarly, 14 other saints, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nagas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and demigods, who are divided into groups of two, assume different names every month and continuously perform different ritualistic ceremonies to worship the Supreme Lord as the most powerful demigod Surya Deva, who holds many names. In Vishnu Purana, it is said, Stuvandi Muneya Suryam Gandharvai Giyate Pura Nrityando Apsaraso Yandi Suryasyanu Vishacharaha Vahandi Tannagayachaiha Triyade Abhishu Samgraha Valikilyas Tadhaivainam Parivarya Samasade So Ayam Saptaganaha Surya Mandala Muni Sattama Himoshna Vari Vrishtinam Hedutve samayam gadaha. Worshipping the most powerful demigod Surya, the Gandharvas sing in front of him. The Apsaras dance before the chariot. The Nishkacharas, what do you call it?
Apsaras
Nishacharas,
dance over
Nishacharas,
Nisacharas.
Nishacharas, Nishacharas follow the chariot. The Pannagas decorate the chariot. The Yakshas guard the chariot, and the saints called the Valikilyas surround the sun god and offer praise. The 7 groups of 14 associates arrange the proper times for regular snow, heat, and rain throughout the universe. Hare Krishna. Last verse, no, one more. Verse number 19. Somebody want to read? Okay. Verse number 19. Lakshotaram Sardhanava Odiyojana Parimandalam Bhuvalasya Shanena Sagavyutyutaram Disahasrayojanani Sabhunte Lakshotaram Sardhanava Parimandalam Bhuvalayasya Shanena Sagavyutyutaram Disahasrayojanani Sabhunte. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhicharanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation: My dear King, in his orbit through Bhumandala, the sun god travels a distance of 95,100,000 yojanas. That means 760,800,000 miles as the speed of 2000 yojana at the speed of 2000 yojanas and 2 kroshas. That means 16,004 miles in a moment. Translation once more. My dear King, in his orbit through Bhumandala, the sun god travels a distance of 95,100,000 yojanas, which is 760,800,000 miles at the speed of 200,000 yojanas and 2 kroshas, that is 16,004 miles in a moment. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 5th canto, 21st chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Movement of the Sun. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Shikmar Prabhu. So we are at the wonderful section of Srimad Bhagavatam. So where we are discussing actually from the glories of the sun. Actually, if you see the beginning, last chapter, 20th chapter, we saw from the glories of sun, how the sun is very important for the living entities here in this material universe. Not only in this earthly planet, throughout this Brahmanda, like all these planetary systems, the presence of sun is very important for their sustenance. So that was described by Sukadeva Goswami in the 19th chapter, 20th chapter, about the glories of sun and what are the different names of sun god. And because of sun only, everything is functioning here. And here, further describing after glories of the sun, he gives more detail. Sukadeva Goswami gives more detail to Parikshit Maharaj about how the movement of the sun. So, movement of the sun, we are almost at the last section. So, here we see that the sun's movement is under the Supreme Lord's control. That is first 6 verses. So, that's very important. We see here in Srimad Brahma Samhita, it is already there. This verse is there. In 52, verse number 52. Yachakshur yesa savita sakala grahanam raja samasta suramurti rashesha teja Yajnaya Brahmati Samprata Kala Chakro Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhujami. These first 6 verses says about the sun's movement under the Supreme Lord's control. The sun, who is the king of all planets, full of infinite effulgence. You know the heat of the sun, right? Very, very, very high heat. So if you see that all these energies, this heat and light is coming by the mercy of the sun. So the sun is considered as a king of all planets. So we are innumerable planets. Like Indra is the chief of all demigods. Like that, among all the planets, the sun is actually the chief of all the planets, full of infinite effulgence. So much light and heat is coming out of this planet. The image of good soul, even the moonshine, you can see it's a reflection of sunlight, sunrise one. Is the image of a good soul. It is the eye of this world. So it is like a sakshi. It is a witness for this entire activities happening in this world. And I adore this primeval Lord Govinda, in pursuance of whose order the sun performs his journey, mounting the wheel of time. So the time factor, what we say here, we can stop our watch or clock in our home, but we cannot stop the universal time. Nobody can stop. Nobody in this universe has the power to stop the movement of the time, which is influenced by the rising and setting of the sun. Okay, so that time factor is actually Kala Chakra. We say Kala Chakra. It is fully under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, including the demigod sun. So that is a very famous verse in Brahma Samhita, 52, verse number 52. Yet Chakshu Resa Savita Sakala Grahanam Raja Samasta Suramuti Rashesha Teja Yasnyaya Brahmati Sambra Kala Chakro Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So that is the first 6 verses telling about the sun's movement under the Supreme Lord's control. And then from 7 to 16, actually the description of the daily movements of the sun. So today we started from verse number 15, which is also part of the description of daily movements of the sun. So how it is moving on the Manasatora mountain. The sun's path is actually in the Manasatora mountain, and what is the speed, how it is moving. Because in our scientific understanding, the sun is stationary and all the planets are moving around the sun. But a Vedic understanding is sun is not only, sun is also moving. That is why we are saying this Uttarayana, Dakshinayana and all those things, how the sun is moving and all this, what is the speed and everything. So in the galaxy, we cannot observe because everything is moving. It is very difficult for the scientific observation to understand whether the sun is moving or not. Okay, so according to the scriptures, the sun travels also, and the speed of the sun is also given. And here we can see that one. Today is in this verse also. And how the sun is having a chariot. Sun god has a chariot. And the chariot description is given in the 15th verse which we recited today. The carriage of the sun god chariot is estimated to be in it 36, what is 3,600,000 yojanas, right?
Yes, I think
3,600,000 yojanas. Prabhuji only from bank. You can only tell correctly. Correct, Prabhuji? Correct, no?
Yeah.
3,600,000 yojanas.
1,600,000.
Okay. So that is converted actually. Prabhupada is given within. So yojanas we don't understand. You know how many, one yojana is how many miles? Anybody knows? It is actually 8 miles. So we have to multiply this 3,600,000 into 8, then we get 28,000. 28,800,000 miles. So that is the multiplication. And what is this is the length of the chariot. And then 1 by 4th of 28 million is actually the width. So it is long and width is 1 by 4th reduced. So that is 900,000 yojanas, or multiplied by into 8. Again, it comes as 7,200,000 miles. So that is what we understand the chariot size here from Bhagavatam. And the chariot horses, which are named after Gayatri and Vedic meters, are harnessed by. So Aruna Dev is the chariot driver of this chariot. And sun god is sitting in this chariot. You can see the picture. And Aruna Dev is sitting in the front. And there are how many horses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horses are there. And which are named after Gayatri. Harnessed by the Aruna Dev to yoke, which is also 900,000 yojanas wide. This chariot continuously carries the sun god. So this is the description. The Prabhupada quotes a reference here in Vishnu Purana. It is stated Gayatri cha Brihati Ushni Jagati Trishtup Evacha Anushtup Panktir iti Uktas Chandamsi Harayo Rave. That means the meaning the 7 horses which is yoked to sun god's chariot are names are given. Name there one is Gayatri, Brihati, second horse name, Ushnik, third, Jagati, 4, Trishtup, 5, Anushtup, 6, and Pankti. So that is referred from Vishnu Puran. These names of various Vedic meters designate the 7 horses that carry the sun god's chariot. So this is from verse number 15. And
Prabhuji,
again,
last Saturday, Prabhuji showed this thing. That you, Prabhuji, will show, no? From beginning.
yeah. Of course. See, this is the one. No, this is the one. So after finishing this, we will go. Yeah. So after this, 16th verse is describing about how the Arunadev charioteer watches the sun god. See, normally chariot driver is facing the front for driving, right? Here, although Arunadev sits in the front of the sun god, here it is different. He's engaged in driving the chariot and controlling the horses also, but he looked backwards towards the sun god. His vision is towards that means he's taking the blessings of the sun god. He's looking backwards. So that is one understanding from 16th verse. And Prabhupada gives again one more verse from Vayu Purana in the position of the horses. Saptasva Rupa Chandamsi Vahane Vamato Ravim Chakra Pakshe Nivadanti Chakre Vaksha Samhitaha. Although he looks back. So that is same thing Prabhupada is giving. And then we go to the 17th verse where the sages, they are called as Valikyas. Valikyas.
Valikya.
Valikyas. Okay, there are 60,000 sages named as Valikyas. And what is the size of the sages is given the size of the thumb. So these are very inconceivable for us. Their size is very small. Like the 4 Kumaras also very small size, right? So like that, these sages are the size of a thumb only, very small. Thumb means we understand, very small. Like it is said that Paramatma also in the size of the thumb, Angushtam. So stay in the front of sun god and offer him eloquent prayers of glorification. So they are just, in front of sun god, they are offering eloquent prayers. These 60,000 sages. That is 17. And then 18, we go to 18, it's offering again. There are 14 other saints apart from this. 14 other saints. Then there are also Gandharvas, Apsaras, Nagas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and demigods who are divided in the group of 2. And they assume different names every month. So their names get changed and continuously perform different ritualistic ceremonies to worship the Supreme Lord. Here they are worshipping the Supreme Lord in the form of the most powerful demigod Suryadev, who holds many names. Again, Prabhupada quotes here a big verse from Vishnu Puran. Worshipping the most powerful demigod Surya, the Gandharvas sing in front of him. The Apsaras dance before the chariot, and Nisacharas follow the chariot. And it's like a big festival because there are people in the front, people in the back, glorifying, performing rituals. The Yakshas guard the chariot, and the saints called the Valikyas surround the sun god and offer prayers. The 7 groups of 14 associates, see the 7 groups are there total. Of the 14 associates, arrange the proper times for regular snow, heat, rain throughout the universe. So we know the seasons are changing here. So every time there is a heat, now it is winter time here, and after winter time, May month we get the heat, and some parts of the world we get heavy snow. So these are all arranged by their mercy. The seasonal changes, because of the seasonal changes, only the flowers are blooming and fruits are coming. Different seasons we have cultivation, seasonal flowers, everything because of this seasonal changes. And the last verse is actually describing about the speed of the sun god's chariot. So because we said that sun is also moving, which is our Vedic conclusion. So what is that movement of the sun speed? In its orbit through Bhumandala, the sun god traverses a speed of 95.1 million yojanas. So we want again, if you want to convert the speed, means we have to convert into 8 for getting in miles. At the speed of 2 kilo yojanas and 2 kroshas in a moment. So in a moment, the sun will travel around 2 kilo yojanas. So it's very high. Its speed is very high. So this is what we are understanding, the movement of the sun. So we will go to the presentation now. Basically, we are describing about this chapter is describing about the movement of the sun god, because of whose mercy all the living entities are sustained.
Thank you,
So
sir.
scientifically also it is accepted that without the presence of sun, there cannot exist any living forms in this earthly planet. The sun god is only sustaining. The sun god is sustaining the life force. The moon god is nourishing the plants and vegetables and giving us soothing rays in the night time and giving us rest also by that that light. So we already discussed this, how the sun god, even though very, very powerful, still is under the control of the Supreme Lord, Govindam. We already discussed that. The sun god is operating under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna says, Maya Dakshena Prakriti Suyacheta Saracharam. Everything is acting according to under my superness. That is 5.22. And here we see the structure of the universe. If you see here, this whole structure of the universe is having these layers, different layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers. So the Bhumandala is like a Bhumandala. It's like not Bhumandala. This Brahmanda. We say Brahmanda is like a egg shape, and this Brahmanda is covered by the 7 layers. Beyond these 7 layers, only this Brahmajyoti is there, and there is Vaikuntha planets. And what is different, separating between the material universe, Brahmanda, and the spiritual world is a Vraja river. Okay, there only this Karnadaksha Vishnu is sleeping outside this Brahmanda. So there are innumerable Brahmandas. Within this Brahmanda, we are seeing one section which is Bhumandala. And you can see here, Bhumandala, here it is like a triangle, small triangle you can see here. And you can see Lord Anantasesh is holding this Bhumandala. And this Bhumandala is floating on this Garbhodaka ocean. And Garbhodaka ocean, who is lying? Garbhodaka Shahi Vishnu is lying. And from his navel only, actually, Lord Brahma comes, sprouts on the one navel. From his navel comes the lotus flower. On the lotus flower, Lord Brahma appears. So if you see here, this Brahmanda is covered by all these 7 coverings. Mahatattva, false ego, ether, air, fire, water, earth. So nobody can escape this strong fence. Okay, so everybody is actually, according to the punya or karma, they are rotated either to the higher planetary system, they go to Satyaloka or Tapaloka or Janaloka, Marloka, or you can see Duruloka. Duruloka is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position. And the Saptarishi planets is here. We can see one time we had a discussion, Himavati Mataji also discussed about the position of Saptarishis planets. So this is the Saptarishi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the Sapta means 7 rishis.
7.
They are each residing in their own planetary system. And you can see we don't know all these things. We cannot see also. There is no description in our space astronomy. These lokas are from our scriptures. But we know this planetary system: Saturn, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Mercury. And there are also 28 nakshatras. See, very beautifully this illustration is given, because we are always confused. Where is this nakshatra? Where are these planets? Where is Satyaloka? Where is Janloka? Where these are all actually situated? I think this is giving the exact. You can see in the right side, all the yojanas length is given. All our values are in this one, million yojanas. Okay, so here you can see after this Dhruloka is here. Dhruloka was given, awarded by the Supreme Lord when Dhruva Maharaj did a very severe tapasya for 6 months. This Dhruloka was gifted by the Supreme Lord to Dhruva Maharaj. And then Sapta Rishis are there. Then we know Saturn planet. When Saturn Dasa comes to us, we have a very challenging period in our life. Saturn is here, black color. And then you can see here, Jupiter is very, very auspicious Guru. And Mars is actually also a very fiery planet, some like same like kind sun. Mars is very important thing in our horoscope also. It determines how we die and what kind of occupation we take. Many things determined by Mars. And any war, when there is Mars is very influence is high, then wars happen in different countries. And then there is Mercury, who gives knowledge to us. Mercury is very, very auspicious planet, who gives knowledge and wisdom. Buddhan means knowledge. We will be very interested to learn at the time period of Mercury. And Venus is for so much of enjoyment. Venus. And then, yes, then we have these 28 nakshatras. So we are actually, when we are born, they are telling you are born in this nakshatra, like Dhruvadrayi or Ashwini or whatever nakshatra we are born. That will have certain influence on our personality also. What kind of nakshatra we are born, it has some influence. And the other person, if they are born in different nakshatra, there is sometimes compatibility within nakshatra, they have become very friendly. The nakshatra is not very compatible, they fight again. No? So because they don't go well to each together. Then we come here, moon. And here we have sun.
Sun.
So according to our scripture, and another controversy is there, sun is very close, moon is high. But according to the scientific, this thing, moon is close and sun is farther. So here there is another description. So there were a lot of discussion on this even with Prabhupada. And Prabhupada simply answered, which comes first, Sunday or Monday? He said Sunday. So sun is closer, then only comes Monday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. According to logic, sun is very close. Sunday, then Monday, then comes only Monday, which is influenced by moon. So like that. Prabhupada said in a very joking way. So here you see this Mount Sumeru, and you can see here Rahu, Ketu, these are shadow planets, not physical planets. Rahu, Ketu, we know during Samudra Manthan, they taken this nectar and Mohini Murti cut the head. So that became, the head part became on this one shadow planet, and Rahu and Ketu like that. And we have here Siddhas and Charanas, all these things. Then we have the lower planets, Mount Sumeru is here. And then we have all the lower planets, Vatala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Satala, Patala. And these 28 hellish planets are here. You can see small, small blue dots are there. And Lord Anandasesh is holding like a mustard seed on the head. And then this is all floating in this Garbhada ocean. So this is the whole thing. And where is sun here? You can see on the right side. Before this Mount Lokaloka, this sun is actually mounted on the Manasatara mountain. Okay, on Manasatara mountain, you will come in the next slide. Manasatara mountain, this is mounted. And beyond the sun border is Mount Lokaloka.
Where is it, Guruji? Manasotara?
We will come in the next slide, Prabhu. We come in the next.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now this is Loka and
That is the border, Lokaloka mountain. Then after that, it is dark, Aloka Varsha, right? Aloka Varsha. So totally this one. Okay. See here, bro. You are able to see Manasatara mountain here?
Manasotara.
Here, on the down,
Yes.
below the
Yes,
sun.
we
Okay.
can see.
Okay, now you see this Bhumandala, Mount Sumeru, and you see the axis here, 1/4 of axis here like this from Dhruloka. And then the sun is chariot is actually situated on this Manasatara mountain. On this Manasatara mountain, the sun god will move with the chariot. So this distance between Mount Sumeru and the sun planet is actually 15.75 million yojanas. This is axis 1, axis 2. This is axis 2. So sun god chariot will have it has only one wheel, right? And from 1.1 million yojanas on above the Mount Manasatara mountain, the sun chariot axis will rest. Okay, Prabhu? This is clear, right? So sun is controlled by sun god. Okay. Now you should understand sun is controlled by sun god. His name is Vivashwan. And Vivashwan name is already in Bhagavad Gita. Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam. Manu Shwakave Bravid. So Krishna says this Bhagavad Gita knowledge I went to sun god, millions and millions of years. The Vivashwan name is already in Bhagavad Gita. So sun is controlled by sun god, Vivashwan. So everything is controlled by a demigod. Moon is controlled by which demigod? Soma, right?
Soma.
Soma, like that. So Buddhan planet is controlled by, Lord Buddha. Like that, there are all the planets. Mars is also controlled. So all the planets are controlled by a particular demigod. And it's only whatever the description you have seen, the sun chariot and the 7 horses we have seen, Aruna Devi's chariot or sun chariot. It makes 3 types of movement is there. Movement also forward, slant upward. Uttarayana, slant upward means Uttarayana. See, the space is infinite, right? Up, down, left, right, north, south. So there are 8 directions according to our scripture. Normally in Western science, we say 4 directions, north, south, west, east. But according to our scripture, we have 8 directions, north, east, south, west, like that, 8 directions. So here you can say Uttarayana means slant upward. Forward is actually one movement, slant upward. And slant downward is Dakshinayana. So this Uttarayana movement is only we celebrate as Mahara Shankara. So the upward or downward movement again of the sun happens because it's also connected to the Dhruloka. So you see all the direction it is moving. And whatever the speed is there, sun moves at the speed also. Moment 1 shana means 1.6 of second. Second is divided further. Again, in the Western science, we only divide up to second. Minute, hour, minutes, seconds. But shana means you divide the second also. 1.6 of a second is called shana. and average distance covered by the sun with a speed during 24 hours. That is 30 muhurtas is 24 hours, is 1.102 million. And like this is given all this. Out of 40,000 rays of sun, 7 principal rays are again given in the scripture. Shushumma, Harikesha, Vishwakaraman, Vishwakaryas. So these are all additional informations. The sun rays also has a name. So much detailed analysis is there. And we already see the sun takes 3 types of movement: forward, slant upward, Uttarayana, slant downward, Dakshinayana. And the sun moves forward in a single wheel connected with the, see, and one thing is there, you see the image here. It is having only a single wheel. Normally, chariot has 2 wheels, but sun god chariot is having only 1 wheel. And 7 horses name also we see. And the chariot, this size dimension of the chariot also we have seen already. And how many tracks are there? 180 tracks are there. You see the second one, the tracks are given. 180 tracks on which a single wheel of the sun chariot is placed and move towards the inner and outer circle of the sun track. So in a movement, it will change the track. Every time the second movement come, third movement come, it will come to inner track and then outer track. So that also an additional information. You see here, this is the axis and the sun chariot is moving. How many tracks? 180 tracks are there. So this also you are able to see. And then already we saw this pole star. How is the axis? The pole star, we already seen that also. And all these yojanas are there. Dhruloka is actually how many? 3,800,000 yojanas above the sun. Yeah. And you can see it is like a dolphin. You can see down, that is, they say Susumar, like a dolphin upside down, the blue one. Okay, this is in the Vedic cosmology, how it is all there looking. And all the stars, nakshatra, tied to Dhruloka. See, nakshatras, we have this, at least we know how many nakshatras are there. In the scripture, we are given 28, right? So 27 or 28? 27 nakshatras are there. Or tied to Dhruloka with the ropes of air, the air pravaha, rolled around the Bhumandala. So here again we know Uttarayana, Dakshinayana, movement of sun can be understood very easily by the daily basis of data of 6 months of this year. Comprises of Uttarayana and 6 months is Dakshinayana. 1 year is divided into 6 months, 12 months. So 6 months Uttarayana and 6 months. So slant upward movement and slant downward. Okay. With the 6 month data of sunrise time, sunset time duration, that's why sunrise and sunset will change in the winter and summer. And this whole thing, next chapter is very interesting. This is moving on this Kala Chakra, where we have all these Rashis, 12 Rashis are there. Simha, Karka, Mithuna, Vrishava, Vrisha. Like this, it will move. The sun, that is the orbits of the planets and how it is moving. And according to that, how this Kala Chakra, they say in English, it is zodiac belt. That's how, we are getting influenced by various karmic reactions. So that will be from the next chapter 22. Okay, so here we can see Uttarayana, Dakshinayana, the Tropic of Cancer. So this is given here. Slower or faster the speed of the sun and duration of daytime can be easily understood and visualized, because in summer the daytime is actually more, right? And winter the daylight will be less. So that is because of this sun's movement. And see, Mahar Sankranti is a well-known festival of India from time immemorial. It is known as when sun starts its northward movement. During the 6 months of Uttarayana period, the daytime increases in the northern hemisphere specifically, and winter starts decreasing and summer starts coming. So we have this, when you go in flight also, when you go from, like they say from Australia, if you go to New York, if you start today, what is today's date? Today is 8th of February. Then when you land in New York, it is like 22 hours flight or 23 hours. You will not go to the next day. You will come to the same day or previous day because of there it is previous day, -1. So like that, the sun's movement is actually having this difference. All this calculation is given. How, the same day is there. Even though you travel 22 hours, you should be actually next day. But it will be the previous. That is they say dateline. Dateline when it is from this extreme to other extreme. Uttarayan movement, sun with respect to time and season observations. So this is one, I think there is one in Ujjain. I don't know, Ujjain, I think Jantar Mantar or I don't know something. This is based on we don't know the intricacies, but they say you can see according to the movement of the sun, this is designed.
Madhya Pradesh, na Prabhu?
Madhya Pradesh, huh?
Yeah, no, Ujjain, yeah.
UP, Delhi, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Ujjain.
Ujjain, this is Ujjain.
Ujjain.
No, this Jantar Mantar.
Jantar Mantar is in Jaipur, right?
Delhi.
Jaipur.
Delhi
Jantar
also.
Mantar is
Delhi
in
also one
Jaipur.
Jantar Mantar.
Yeah, this is, I think, from Ujjain.
Ujjain.
I think it's Ujjain. I'm not sure, but I think Ujjain, there is a place where they calculate designed according to the sun's sun, Ujjain. So here we can check actually in Google if you go and check, no, we can see this place exactly from where. So and then Dakshinayan movement. This is Uttarayan movement. This Dakshinayan, this is to season observation, and we know this winter time it's coming down, and here we know the duration will decrease. But see certain periods, southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, and all those things, so in another place it will be more, daylight will be more, but in other parts of world countries will become less according to the seasons. And these are some of the references which are given in Vayu Purana. Is there the references that the sun moves always in the inner circles during Uttarayana and outer circle during Dakshinayana. 180 tracks we already discussed, and then there is references in Linga Purana also. How much is the movement about this movement is there. They are comparing just as the edge of the potter wheels moves faster than the middle part, so the Surya moves faster during Dakshinayana in the outer tracks and slower during the Uttarayana in the inner tracks. The same, they are giving the example, analogy of this potter wheel. Potter wheel we have seen in the villages. So this is there. Yours on chariot wheel moving inwards or outwards from the polar center determines the seasons. And these are all technical calculations. First speed of sun mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, distance traveled by sun. So all this there, units in miles given, equivalent miles are given, in yojanas given, and all this whatever we discussed so far, the three different speeds. So sun has three different speeds, that we should know. Three different directions. There are many directions it's moving, and there are different speeds of the sun. Okay, these are calculations. And again, Vishnu Puran also there. This potter wheel is there. You see, this potter wheel is there.
But just like the previous page, Prabhu? Previous.
Yes.
Okay.
So then commentary by Sukadeva Goswami here, the length of the downward 5.21.14. Here the length of the downward Dakshinayana track is stated that this is where the sun moves fast. A day has 30 muhurtas and total circumference is 951 lakh. Thus in one muhurta, the distance covered should be 951 by 30. So whatever yojanas is given here, Dakshinayana track, the sun move faster. Uttarayana, the sun moves slower. Okay. And 22, again it goes to Bhagavatam 22, next chapter, 7. The sun god has 3 speeds. I think it will come in the next chapter. Slow, fast, and moderate. And this all will come in 22 when we discuss that one time will come. So Prabhupada also giving purport 22:7. So this is also given now. Length of 3 different tracks of sun is given. And these are some of the graphical representation, the sun and its axis and earth. And Srimad Bhagavatam references are given. Srimad Bhagavatam 21.3, we have information according to the movements in rising above, going beneath, passing, just as these 3. Okay, it says zodiac belt. Okay, these are all there. And Srimad Bhagavatam 5.21 by Adavacharya and Vayu Purana, all this we have seen already. So this duration of day, of latitude, these are all some technical calculations. So, okay, and all these things are there. Okay, so this is what we understood today. So when we go to the next section, maybe we'll see more detail about the orbits of the planets, how it is rotating the time wheel or the zodiac belt known as Kala Chakra. It will continue more because Parishit Maharaj is going to ask question about clockwise and anti-clockwise movement. Okay, and how is the movement? Because we said sun moves forward and backward also. So clockwise and anti-clockwise. How can we reasonably accept this? And Sukadeva Goswami gives analogy of this potter wheel. Okay.
Okay.
So that is there. So any questions or doubts so far discussed? Hare Krishna. And again, I think next chapter there is movement and glories of the moon also there. Okay, so that also we can see next. And the Sisumara planetary system is there, 23, which is like that upward, downward dolphin, no? Sisumara planetary system, that is 23. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. That
Yes.
how many tracks? 280 or one? It was 280,
180.
Prabhu. 180.
180.
Okay. Oh, okay, Prabhuji.
It is there. 180.
And here, like sun is actually near to Manasotara mountain. You explained, no, Prabhu?
Yeah, the axis, it is resting on the Manasatara mountain. Here we can see, Mataji. Not directly on the, not. Mount Meru is in the
Because
center. This Manasatara mountain, you see directly not, there is a distance from the bottom, the center is 0.1 million yojanas. So
yes.
it is on the top. We can assume that it is on the top of the tract of the land. The Manasatara mountain, it is the one chariot which is having 180 tracks, is moving inner tract and outer tract according to Uttarayana or Dakshina. And according to the tract, the speed will increase or decrease. Because the inner tract means will be smaller, right? Slow. And outer means the sun will move faster because the tract is bigger, right? Dia is bigger.
Yeah. Diameter is bigger.
So, Prabhu, the
because
yes, Manaji, you can.
And one more doubt. Because at the very beginning of this chapter, as a summary of this chapter is given, in Manasotara mountain, the residence of all demigods written. That's why I just asked.
The beginning, no?
Because,
So yes, it is possible because that is Manasatara mountain is a residence, right? So there can be there, like this is here, east is city of Indra, Devadani.
Yeah. East of the Sumeri mountain is Indra, and then Varuna,
North
then
is city of
Yamaraj. So Soma, then Varuna, then Yamaraj also explained that. So yes, I asked because
4 demigods. One is Indra, Yamaraj, Varuna, and Soma. They are residing there.
Yes.
Anyway, so you cannot go and verify. Only we have to accept the
no, you're accepting, but
nobody can verify.
Yeah,
cannot even verify what is in the 9 planets. So what about this beyond that, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Then after Sadhananda Prabhuji, I will ask one more question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prabhuji, Yamaraja will be in Naragaloka, no? Then in this screen, Naraga is not shown.
Why you are saying that Yamaraj will be Naragaloka? He can go and come, no? His branch office. Head office, branch office there, no, Mataji?
Naragaloka only we like people will go.
We have 2-3 houses here. Why he cannot have more places? Why he has to be only always in Yamaloka? He will come here also, no? His residence is here, his work, home is here, office will be there. Here, scripture says like that. Yamaraj, city of Yamaraj is here, Manasatara mountain.
That's why I asked Prabhuji. I thought because he will be giving punishment, no.
That is our office job, Mataji.
That is the assistants are giving that.
Evening he will come home.
So, Prabhuji, the sun, all the reflection, the light, the rays are fully get the Manasotara in both sides, right? That means it's a board or top of this Manasotara.
Manasotara mountain, not required, Prabhu. This side, this side only rays coming. After this, Lokaloka is there, no?
One side, okay.
Yeah. One side. After that, there is dark.
Okay.
Maybe little bit will go there also, but after that, beyond it is said, Bhagavatam says it is dark.
Okay. One side. Also, Prabhu, the Surya, the Surya.
Because why it is dark, Prabhu? Because of this mountain, Lokaloka, no? That's why it is. Otherwise, sun rays is 360 degrees.
Yes.
So because of that mountain, beyond the mountain, the light will not.
Okay. There is the no rays. Yes.
Saturday we will start the 22 verse. I mean, chapter 22.
Sorry, Prabhu?
No, Saturday we can start the 22nd chapter.
Yeah. 22nd we will see. Then we can see that moon also. Moon also, if possible. We'll see this Saturday or next. Because 8 verses 8 to 10 only movement and glories of moon.
Prabhuji can show on Saturday.
Saturday we'll try, Prabhu.
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji, after this one, this mountain Meru, this is immovable, immovable.
Sorry, Prabhu?
This mountain Meru, there is, you have seen a picture, there is two mountains.
Not movable. This only these planets are moving.
planets are moving, right? Na?
Planets are moving. Everything, planets are moving. Mountain itself, because the Bhumandala is stationary. Bhumandala is stationary, not Bhumandala. This Brahmanda is stationary, right? It is all floating on this one. And this mountain, local, these are all stationary. Only these are all rotating. Sun and all these planets.
Stars, yeah, stars are rotating.
Stars, I don't know it will rotate. Stars, I don't think it will rotate. Why star has to rotate? Star will be there, but all these planets will be rotating. See, Satyaloka, Tapaloka, I don't think these all will be moving. These are all places, right? These planets only will be moving. All these planets. You know, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, because there is no description that the Satyaloka is moving anywhere in Bhagavatam, right? Tapaloka, Janaloka, there is no description like that. But sun is there, no upward movement, downward movement is there. Then scientifically also we know this, all these planets are moving around the sun. That also we know. Earth is moving, we know. But other things, there is no information that they are moving. So that means they are not moving. They are all residences stationed. As per, so far we have not come across like that these are moving.
Earth is moving on its axis.
Prabhuji, that means Atala, Vitala, Padala and all will be moving, huh?
No, Mataji. Where we read like that? So far we read 5th canto. Have you read anywhere like that? It is moving?
No, just I am asking Prabhuji.
No, I don't think they will move. I don't think there is no kind of see, everywhere moving, there is a circle. You see this image. Everywhere it is moving is given a circle, right?
Yes.
You are able to see a circle, right? That means moving. But if you go down, Tala, Mahatala, there is no circle. You are able to see
how
the
they'll get the light, Prabhuji? In those logas, how they'll get light?
Sun is there, no, Mataji, but downwards, sunlight will be less. Patala system already there will not be much light and all. It is dark, maybe some, kind of, these places will not have much sunlight. I think that we already read in Bhagavatam, if you all remember. Correct, no, Shrikmar Prabhu? You read somewhere?
Yes,
they don't have much. There are like snakes with jewels or something, some kind of light from that, and very dim light only, not much.
Okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes. But here it is also not all the like Sutala Loka and all same like heavenly planets. Bali Maharaj is there, they're saying it's affluent. Like that.
Yes.
But not like bright like what we have here. Because if you remember the lower planetary system we read before, they are not having that much light. It will reduce, the intensity will reduce down.
Up to Sutala Prabhu, right? Price.
Yes. Then maybe slowly it will reduce this light.
Yeah.
They are like a little bit dark only.
Okay, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes. But they will have a different body, Mataji. Not that they have to like, maybe with that little light also they can see.
Yeah, yes.
They're see, like fish is having different kind of eyes, right? In the water. Sometimes below the water and all, there's not much light going. They can move, right? Below the water. And if you see inside the rock and all, if you go rock or caves, there is no light in that. But there are a lot of living creatures there, in the caves. Caves, right? Big caves are there. Sometimes it will be 10, 20 kilometers deep, that cave. That inside the 20-kilometer cave, there will be no sunlight. But there are living entities there also.
Yes.
We have seen, we have seen National Geographic Discovery Channel. We are seeing a lot of small bats. Now, bats don't want sunlight. So like that, with some sample. So there's been different kind of arrangement there. But it will be dark mostly. It will not be like upper planetary systems.
Correct.
Because you can see the sun is on the top. So the rays will a little bit reduce there. And Krishna purposefully only reduce that light because he want to reduce that privilege there. Okay, Saratita Mataji, you want to ask something else?
Yes, Prabhuji, not about today's topic, but a few days back there was a doubt came from like some even from my side and Sadananda Prabhu and some other Madajis, while as Himavati Mataji was taking the class.
Okay.
Regarding this, this universe, no Prabhu, Garbhodashakaya Vishnu and Anandashesha is actually holding this universe. And
Yes.
below that, somewhere I read like a Kurma, on the top of Kurma,
Yeah.
Anandanaga. Then top of that, 8
But
gajas.
this elephants are there.
8 I
Four
read
on the
somewhere,
top,
but
four on
four
the
up,
top, each direction
Or
one,
on top of
four below.
mountain area.
and down 8, no, Prabhu? Anandanaga on the
No,
top of
on
Anandanaga.
the top of the disc is 4 to balance.
No, on
below
the highest.
the disc.
So,
Yeah, the same, this Bhumandala is like a disc, no? All the 4 north, south,
yes.
west elephants are there. And below the
And
disc also, 4 elephants are there.
only 4?
Yeah, 4 only.
But
Below
somewhere
it
this written Ashtadiggajas. But I don't know which sloga. I didn't mention that. Ashtadiggajas it is written, because as you said, there is 8 direction, no? So in that way, on the top of Anandanaga, 8 elephants are there. And
Okay.
on the top of Sumeru, 4.
Saturday, I will show you, Mataji, that picture, Saturday. So you can
Okay,
see
Broji.
what is there, how many elephants are there, we can see.
Okay, Broji.
Actually,
That's
if
very
I see the image, there is 4 on the top, 2 only on the bottom, not 4 also.
What 4 also?
4 on the top, 2 on the bottom. I will show you Saturday. I will show you that.
Yesterday I
Golaka
got
is there,
the
no? Golaka
picture
chart.
also, Prabhu. The same I got the picture.
Yeah, Golaka chart, Mataji, which is developed in the ISKCON Salem. No, in that if you see 4 is on the top and 2 on the bottom. And names of the elephant also given.
Then that 4 elephants name I have seen, but about this Ashtadiggajas is written, but I don't know exactly. But I somewhere written from some Prabhuji's class regarding this Shaktyavesha Avadhara. In that this Anandanaga is actually Bhudharana Shakti. So in that it is he was saying that Kurma, top Anandanaga, and then top 8 Gajas are there.
This image you can see Ananta, right? He's holding on the top of the head, right?
Yes,
this you can see. And apart from that, there is elephant, and this whole thing is actually on tortoise. That image I will show you from Golaka chart. That's Saturday.
Okay, Prabhuji. That's what, because I know before also you have shown this one.
Below Ananta will be tortoise. Because he's in the water, no? This whole thing is the...
yes.
Yeah, so
because Kurma only can hold this in water, because of that it's also read.
Yes.
But it was a doubt actually came.
As Prabhu, about there is a two elephants, Ajanda, Supratika, and
that is
Pushpadharma.
Down, 4 on the top.
Yeah, there is then again the circle, then 4 elephant. Vamana,
4 on the top. 4 is for balancing.
Yeah, Vamana, Kumbha, Atravana, Pundarika. There is 4 elephants are there.
That means, Prabhuji, total 8.
Total 6.
4 plus 2 only.
Yeah, down 2. Then it is again the round. Then top of that 4.
Whole is movement. Full disc.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. So Saturday.
I am sharing one photo in this one Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Prabhu. In that also more than 4 actually showing. Yesterday I just
share again, Mataji. We'll check.
Okay. Yeah, yesterday I was actually during my night shift. I was checking with that. I got confusion again. And I know because you are having that. Yes, Prabhuji, 1 second.
I can share if our Mataji can share if you stop this.
No, I'm not. I don't have, because I'm from mobile only, so it's very difficult.
You share the group, Mataji. We'll check on the Saturday.
Yes, I shared in Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. On top of Anandanaga, we can see from one side 2, 4, 5. This one elephant, one side.
This is a very rough sketch, Mataji. Not very exactly, not difficult.
Yes, Prabhu.
This is a kind of rough sketch only. Not much. You put like a painting, right? So
this one PPT only I took. One PPT of one Prabhuji. I took this one actually. But I'm not sure about this one also.
No. I think what ours in ISKCON Salem,
this is the photo.
One is more clear than this one.
This is the photo.
This is actually one of the ISKCON Prabhu only. Actually, he only in the this one Google he shared this class.
Maybe shared
So he's saying four elephants, below.
No, he didn't mention. This from the picture. It's just I took that. But other class I mentioned in my note. This down Kurma, Ananda, then on top of Ananda, Ashtadiggajas. I don't know why.
Mataji shared now. See.
This is another one. I shared another one in the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Yeah.
This also will not very that much clear, bro.
Yeah. No,
Only
this Golaka chart is very clear. So I will share next week. Saturday.
Yeah, please. Okay, Broji.
Okay.
Anyway, we want to remove the doubt. Actually, we want to.
Yeah. Yes. Whatever we know, we will try to find out, or we'll ask some senior. No problem.
No, you are senior for us only. We just want to hear from you only, Prabhu.
I am also learning only, Mataji. I am not expert. This is a very difficult subject only, not easy. So
yes, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for taking more time.
Thank you. No problem, Mataji. Today holiday only. No issues. Okay, so next week we'll start the Saturday, the orbits of the planets, 22 chapter. So that will be more movements and glories of sun, movements and glories of moon, and description of stars above the moon. So that we'll discuss Saturday. Hare Krishna. So any other questions or doubt anybody else have?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, last question. This one, this Dhruva Maharaj reached up to Dhruva. Then above is there, na? There Janaloka Maharaj, the last Satyaloka where Lord Brahma is residing.
Correct. Satyaloka.
Okay, Satyaloka. Okay, so even Saptarishis is also they are reaching the below the Dhruva. Right, number?
Yeah, Saptarishis.
Saptarishis, 7 rishis, na? They are reaching up to the.
No, they are not reaching. They are already there. Saptarishis means they are already there. But according to what kind of worship you do, maybe you can go to any of these planets. Already they are there. Saptarishis are already there. These are all appointed by Supreme Lord. Saptarishis are already determined, like Manu, who is coming Manu. Like the Saptarishis are already there for this Manvantra, already there.
The Loka, right? There is a
for governing this material.
Yeah.
They will at this current Manvantra already. Who are the Saptarishis already there? Their names are also there.
Okay.
Atri, like that. You can put in this one. You can get the 7 names are there.
Okay. It's a really beautiful class, Prabhu. More technical. So even what we are reading for is modern science. So Prabhupada message before it's written already. It is in Vedic science. So it is given more this excellent knowledge. So how this Brahmanda is created, how this universe is structured. So it is more technical and also little bit complicated also. If you understand, then we can glorify more about Lord. So how this is created there and all this how universe is Brahmanda is created. Thank you for this.
Yes, Prabhuji, it is somewhat complicated only.
Yes, so whatever possible we can try to understand.
Okay, Hare
Thanks
for
Krishna. So, any other questions or comments, or we can wind up? Hare Krishna. So, thank you all for giving your valuable time attending the Sri Kumar Prabhu. Thank you very much for every day inspiring everyone to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
We can chant
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama